Okay, a couple things in this video is I want to show you what the AP demo is like because it's actually open right now. I also want to show you how to auto save in Word documents and stuff like that. So notice I went ahead of time and made a folder. So if you're doing method 2 where you're going to be uploading documents, this is definitely something you want to do. Make a folder, label it something somewhere you can find it. Go ahead and make 2 documents and put it in here, label them like this, AP Physics question 1, question 2, make that ahead of time, and then go ahead and put your AP ID on May 9th when you get it on Saturday, put your initials, question 1 for the one, and for the other one, same thing, question 2 though, okay? So I want to show you how to enable that autosave feature or make it autosave more often. So what you do is you hit File, you go to Options, and you change it to Save. And then right here where it says autosave, you can change this to whatever time you want. I recommend that for test day, you change it as low as possible. So every 1 minute it will save it. You can even change the folder where it's being saved at. Maybe that would be a good idea on the actual physics test day to maybe change this to that actual spot right here, so it will automatically save there. I don't know that you want to do that now. Just like the time, I don't know if you necessarily want this auto saving every minute right now. But let's say it's test day, and now it will save every 1 minute for you. Okay. I also want to mention that you could be using Google Docs, and the advantage of using Google Docs is that every change you make, every addition that you make is automatically saved in here. So if you're doing method 1 where it's just paste, which I've been practicing this a little bit, I think that's going to be my recommendation. Assuming it's pretty much just all words, which I think it will be, no equations really, maybe just description of how you'd solve it, but not really any equations or simple equations. Maybe I don't know that it makes sense to do this method 1 where you're uploading a document. I think that just takes longer. I think it's better just type it in Google Docs, automatically saves it for you, and then you can copy and paste. That would be my recommendation, method 1. But method 2, if you would like to, then you can make this on your desktop, make the documents there already saved every 1 minute, and then you can upload those. I think that adds an extra step, more time, but it's up to you. Okay, so now I wanted to kind of show you the website that's actually open where you can start practicing what the test is going to be like now. I thought it wasn't going to be open until Monday, but evidently they opened it up now. So that's the website. So you can click on that and go. And for this demo, the APID is just simply practice. And I would go ahead and put in my information. Make sure that the email is the one listed in your College Board account. I agree, and then click continue. And now here it will kind of remind you of the different test submission methods. So I've already told you how you can do method 2 where you're going to have Word documents on your desktop and then you can upload them. I don't recommend that method because it's an extra step. It would slow you down. This is method 3 with your cell phone. I don't recommend this method either because the scrolling problem, and also you have to take very decent pictures and upload each one of those pictures, and it just is going to eat up your time. This is the method that I'm going to be using, where I'm going to use a Google Doc that has auto save feature, and I will just simply copy and paste. At the very top, it reminds you during this test, do not hit the back button, don't hit the refresh, because you would lose material stuff, okay? If your internet service goes down, then you would just simply go to your e-ticket and click the link and get back into the exam. Okay, so I still got another 2 minutes or so for the test to get started. Got about 10 seconds and the exam's going to get started. Now on this one, it would be the very first problem, so I have 30 minutes, 25 minutes to compose it, and 5 minutes to upload. But this is just a test, so I'm only given 10 minutes here. So this would be the section where the test question would be generated at, and I could read it. And then over here, in my Google Doc, I've got my AP ID, I got my initials, got my problem number 1, and if there's multiple parts of this, this is where I'm going to be composing it, and I'll have that for 25 minutes, and then I will copy and paste it the last 5 minutes. So let's say this is the problem, okay? So this is an air resistance problem, and so I'm going to read it, and I'm going to go ahead and answer, and I'll label both parts A and B. So after I've composed my answer, then at that point, then I'm ready to go ahead and paste it. So at some point, I'll get down to that 5 minutes and notice the time has turned red. And so at this point, I will want to go ahead and copy all of this. Come in here to paste, and I can go ahead and paste it in. If something doesn't work out the way I want, like it looks like, doesn't look like the formatting worked out, I can actually hit clear and I can try it again. I don't know if this will solve it necessarily or not. Yeah, that looks better. I like that. And as long as I hit submit before that time goes out. So notice I have my ID, my initials, and I got the problem, and I got it nice and divided so it's easy to find. So then I hit submit, and it's all good. Notice I don't go to the next problem because this is a simultaneous broadcasting of this problem. Everybody in the entire world's doing it at the same time. And I got done a little bit early, so I need to be patient until my time expires and I go into the next question. I would not get up and leave because we need to get right into that next question, which will be coming up pretty soon. Again, don't hit refresh, don't hit the back button. Okay, the second part is about ready to begin. If this is a real exam, this would be about 20-minute problem. This next one's 20 minutes, 15 minutes to compose my answer, and then 5 minutes to upload it. So here we begin. So let's say this is the problem, okay, and okay, so I go ahead and have my second one here. I got my my code, got my initials. This is question number 2, and I would go ahead and start composing my answer. So I've got my last response. Notice the time just turned red there. And I think I'm going to see how low the time can go. I kind of want to see if maybe there's any other pop-ups that would come up to kind of remind me, you know, be careful about running out of time. I don't know if there's any sound that is made. The reason I'm doing this is I want you to be aware of the danger of letting that time run out. If I don't submit this before that time runs out, then I will not get any score here. So I just want to see if there's any warnings. If there are no warnings, then you need to be aware of that time constantly. So you need to have it playing constantly. You need to see it. If it has some kind of auditory sound, then that's something you should be aware of as well. Okay, so far there hasn't been any other warning sounds or anything, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready to start pasting my material. And again, you don't necessarily have to wait till it gets this low. I just want to see if it would make any noise. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here, paste it in here. I'm not going to submit though until it gets down to about 5 seconds or so, just to see if it makes noise still. Okay, so no noise. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and submit. Submit, and I got it in. There was no noise or anything.